Peace. Infinite waters, diving deep once again. Beautiful deep divers, let's breathe. Whoa, breathing in that good ass prana, baby. Raising the frequency. I feel so much better now. Raising the vibration, sending you all tons of good ass energy. Take that, take that, take that. The cat down the road said you received it and you feel a whole lot better now. Look, deep divers. The dark night of the soul feels terrifying. I meet a lot of people who come up to me. They're like, Ralph, I love your videos, but I've gone through a dark night of the soul. Can you talk about it? The dark night of the soul feels terrifying, but it is your greatest awakening. And if you are going through a dark night right now, if you are going through a dark night of the soul right now, and it seems like your whole entire reality is crumbling, that's fantastic, because that means something powerful is about to happen. And I'm going to share with you why the dark night is not to be feared, but actually to be embraced. This information, deep divers, is not only going to blow your mind, it's going to help you become your greatest version at the same time. Hit the like button right now if you support the real. Hit the like button right now if you support the real deep divers, because we got a whole lot to talk about. And shout out to everyone who's joined the YouTube membership. Click join down below. You're going to love the content there, deep divers. Also, join the new Ralph Smart Patreon page for all new exclusive content. Patreon.com/Ralph Smart. Click the link down below. And it's finally here, deep divers. Go and get the brand new book, 500 pages. The Bible of Becoming Your Greatest Version is here. Feel alive too. Unlock Your Infinite Power by Ralph Smart. The secret recipe to becoming your greatest version. Now out on Amazon and at ralphsmart.com/the book. Click the link down below, deep divers. You're going to love it. Look, if you are watching this video right now and you're going through some kind of tumultuous time right now, it's really heavy on your shoulders right now. I mean, you haven't even had breakfast right now. Nothing is going your way right now. This is your confirmation. The next few months are going to be a period of your greatest transformation. If you're ready for that, just say thank you. Now, deep divers, have you gone through a dark night of the soul? Are you going through right now a dark night of the soul? And it feels like your whole entire reality is collapsing. The way of life that you've always known is coming to an end. It's scary right now, deep divers. Even the cat down the road is hiding under the duvet. And we ain't even had breakfast yet. Can I get a hello there? So deep divers, let me share with you what's helped me along my journey. So the dark night of the soul is terrifying, but it is your greatest awakening. And I met someone when I was filming outside in the heart of nature. She came up to me. She's like, Ralph, is that you? I'm like, no, it's not me. It's me. Of course it's me. She's like, Ralph, I've gone through a dark night of the soul, but I came out the other side and I'm so thankful. And I know so many people out there are going through a hard time right now, a tumultuous time right now, a dark night of the soul. I had my dark night of the soul. And I'm like, oh my gosh, what on earth is happening to me? And I realized that it is necessary, it is needed, it is required, because that is the prerequisite for the Great Awakening. You see, you have to break down. And everyone you see out there is they're going to experience a dark night of the soul. Because all that means is that you're going to the next level. You see, the breakdown is the prerequisite for the breakthrough. And in my life, when I had a dark night of the soul, it's like nothing made sense. It's like nothing was computing. It's like nothing was adding up. I felt my entire life was meaningless, pointless, and I was like that caterpillar. And deep divers, you might be like that caterpillar right now in the cocoon. And stay there. You've been told that darkness is bad. It's a dark day. That's the reason why so many people have a hard time dealing with a dark night of the soul. What I learned is that we have to embrace darkness. I am the dark and I am the light. Slow motion this side. I am the dark and I am the light. If you are going through a dark night of the soul, let me tell you this. It's actually initiation. You want to go to the next level. You want to become your greatest version. You want to do a little samba, baby. Raise the frequency. How on earth do you think Ralph Smart became like this? I had to go through the dark night of the soul, deep divers. I came out the other side, did a little samba, baby, and said, I'm still alive. Fantastic. You got to remind yourself, deep divers, that the strongest people that you see in this life, I guarantee you, all of them have had a hard past. They've dealt with adversity, hard times, ups and downs, but what's made them stronger is overcoming everything that was put in their way. You've got to remind yourself, a lot of people right now are going through a dark night of the soul. They're going through a dark night of the soul. You know why? Because their higher nature is pulling them up. Their lower nature wants to tear them down and keep them in the same place. And a lot of people are caught up in a battle right now. You want to be on angel time, but then you got a whole lot of people pulling you back to demon time. What's going on? And anytime your soul is calling you to ascend, to elevate, to raise the frequency, the dark night of the soul comes because we know we have to leave that old life behind. We know we have to say bye to the older version of ourselves. We know we have to let it go, and it's not easy because that's all we know, even though it's not serving us. And I always tell you, embrace the darkness, because what I realized when I was going through it deep divers, the dark night of the soul, what did I realize? In our darkest moments, we actually become illuminated. Slow motion this side. In our darkest moments, we actually become illuminated. And that's the great paradox. It takes darkness to find ourselves, not the light. I said it takes darkness to find out who we really are, what we're really made of. And if you are going through a dark night of the soul, the best thing you can do is love yourself 100%. Because what makes it worse, what keeps people down and out, is hating themselves for not getting it right, is hating themselves for not being there. You have to love yourself. You have to accept yourself. You have to realize that it's okay to be the work in progress and the masterpiece at the same time. You have to remind yourself the dark night of the soul feels terrifying, but it is your greatest awakening. The initiation happens through the dark night of the soul. When it feels like all the walls are caving in, when it feels like life is meaningless, pointless, when it feels like there's no light in your reality, you got to hold on, you got to hang on, don't give up, because the next moment after that is where phenomenal things happen. The light is going to shine through, but there's a reason why you're going through that dark night of the soul, and you have to realize it's okay. It's okay. It's a natural process of shedding old patterns to make space for growth. You got to remind yourself, the dark night of the soul is a signal that your soul is going to the next level. It's a signal that you are turning into something so incredible. If you can get over that dark night of the soul, oh, the cat down the road is going to listen to your story, deep divers, because you're going to have a story to tell. So you got to remind yourself, anytime you're going through a dark night of the soul, that's because your soul is calling you to let go of that former version of yourself. And deep divers, once you remind yourself you have no obligation to your former self, You will overcome the dark night of the soul. It's not a bad thing to go through a dark night. It just means that everything you knew or you thought you knew is now up for questioning. When you realize that you've been lied to by society, by big pharma, the media, all of this can make you very angry. It can move you into a dark place where it feels like there's no hope, and that's okay. There is a light at the end of the tunnel. It's not a train coming, deep divers. There's a great light. You got to remind yourself that this is a time to just be. It's a time to just be. Sit with yourself. You're going to feel a lot of different emotions during that dark night of the soul. You're going to want to scream. You're going to want to get angry. You're going to want to blame people. You're going to want to fight yourself. And then you're going to relax. You're going to breathe. Whoa, breathing in that good ass prana, baby. Then you're going to say, actually, I was afraid of my shadow for so long. Deep divers. Shadow work means an integration of all the aspects of yourself you're trying to get rid of. You got to integrate that within yourself. You got to love your flaws. You got to love your perfect imperfections. You got to love everything undesirable about yourself. You got to realize that actually you're not just a positive person. You're not just a happy person. You're also a sad person, a confused person, a deranged person who loves to do a little samba, baby. You got to embrace all the aspects of yourself. You see, the truth is, once you realize that authenticity includes positive and negative emotions, you've been told you got to get rid of negativity. You got to get rid of negative emotions. No, you have to integrate that within yourself, fuse the two together, and now you're practicing the art of shadow work. This is how you get through a dark night of the soul, to realize that actually, I've got to learn how to dance in the dark. Slow motion this side. Deep divers, you have to learn how to dance in the dark. You got to learn how to not be afraid of the... Are you afraid of the dark, deep divers? Stop being afraid of the dark. Love the darkness. Go out on a full moon, butt naked, and say, I love you, darkness. Right? I am the dark. I am the light. This is how to get through a dark night of the soul. And you got to remind yourself, anytime you are experiencing those feelings where it's so dark, there's no light, realize you are now in the cocoon. You're going to go through that metamorphosis. You're going to emerge like a butterfly. But the darkness is needed for growth. The seeds can't grow without darkness. Slow motion this side. Deep divers, the dark night of the soul feels terrifying, but it is your great awakening. Look, let me tell you this. The discomfort is temporary, but the transformation is lasting. The discomfort is temporary, but the transformation is lasting. And I've seen that along my journey. Sometimes we think it's going to last forever. 4 words, this too shall pass. The storm doesn't last forever. The sun will come out again, but you got to remind yourself you're in a season right now of germination. You're in a season right now where the seeds are being sown. You're in a season right now of hibernation. You're in a season right now of growth. And that happens in the dark. Growth happens in the dark. So you got to remind yourself, deep divers, beautiful things happen during a dark night of the soul. When you remind yourself what feels like despair is actually your spirit realigning with life itself. That's what I realized. And for the longest time, I wanted to get rid of this dark night. Then I actually learned how to embrace it, to say, oh my gosh, without the darkness, I would not have been able to see the light. Slow motion this side. Without the darkness, I would not have been able to see the light. So deep divers, if you are going through a dark night of the soul, remind yourself, it is in our darkest moments that we actually become illuminated. Embrace it. I'm embracing it. And that's why I'm just saying, feels so good to be alive, baby. Can I get a hello? Whoa, breathing in that good ass prana, baby. Smash the like button right now, deep divers, if you support the real. Share the video, subscribe to the channel. Once again, hit the like button right now if you support the real. Share the video, subscribe to the channel, deep divers. And you want a one-to-one consultation with me so I can help you become your greatest version? Book a session at ralphsmart.com/one-to-one sessions. Click the link down below. Join the YouTube membership, deep divers. Full access to the live streams. Click join down below. Join the brand new Patreon page for all new exclusive content. Patreon.com/RalphSmart. Click the link down below. And it's finally here. Go and get the brand new book. Feel Alive 2. Unlock Your Infinite Power by Ralph Smart. Their secret recipe to becoming your greatest version. Now out on Amazon and at ralphsmart.com/thebook. Click the link down below. Oh, you're going to love the good ass prana shirts, deep divers. All new designs for men, women, children, even cats down the road at ralphsmart.com/clothes and spreadshirt.com if you're in America. Deep divers, click the link down below. So the dark night of the soul feels terrifying, but it is our greatest awakening. You see, once you remind yourself, deep divers, the dark night of the soul actually helps you reconnect with your deepest truth and authenticity. The dark night of the soul reminds us darkness always precedes a new inner light and clarity. You're being awakened to something, deep divers. Pay attention in the darkness. Infinite waters, diving deep once again. Stay well, stay healthy. Peace. Yo! Peace.